It's your boy, it's your boy, it's your boy, Blade. Let me get right for a sec. Let me get right for a sec. Let me watch my own ass before we get straight into it, man. I have to check my quality. I have to check my damn quality. Per usual, as usual. But we straight. Most recently, we straight at least. Or are we? Now we're starting to tweak, and I ain't gonna lie. I don't like this. I don't like this. I do not like this. Yeah, boy is not liking what he's seeing. But we alright, actually. We are fucking alright, man. We are all alright. We are all alright, ladies and gentlemen. We are all alright, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah. Today I don't have too much time on my hands because it's in the middle of the week. It's a goddamn Tuesday, so we're just going to talk about self-sabotage for a little bit, and then I will head out because I don't have too much time. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's in the middle of the week, man. So, without further ado, let me dive straight into it. Let me dive straight into it, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to self-sabotage is something very common amongst folks nowadays. Because self-sabotage is often rooted in being too attached to past versions of yourself. Like, but people have a weird tendency to see their own whole persona in a perspective which is unchangeable. We think we have to be this way, and no, not we, but people think they have to be a certain way and they can't let go of their certain habit. It's fucked up, even if it's negative. People have a weird tendency to be stuck towards how they are in general. People have a hard time changing up, you know what I'm saying? It is like you've been one way, so you have to be that particular way your whole entire life or some bullshit like that, man. It's a subconscious thing, and there is like hardly any use behind this way of operating. When you attach yourself to a specific form of yours, which is rooted in the past, and now you think you have to be that way for the rest of your life. For an example, imagine you was growing up to be insecure, shy, timid, and whatnot. The classic. You know what I'm saying? The classic. A lot of people are like growing up timid, insecure, and unable to properly communicate, unable to properly have social skills because of their own timid natures, because they lack self-esteem, because of several different reasons. There are like 10,000 reasons why you could lack self-esteem. But that's a different story. When it comes to self-sabotage, people are attached to one form which was like accumulating their whole life. And now they think they have to be stuck in that shape or form. They have to be like in that way. And when they finally change, when they are no longer like that particular version of themselves, they start to be like, something ain't right. Something doesn't feel right. Something is not normal. And this is like where the issue is. What you label as normal. Everybody has a certain self-image. There's no doubt about that shit. Everybody has a certain self-image, you know what I'm saying? Everybody has a certain self-image. But people are not flexible with their self-image for their own demise. But let me elaborate as I take my vitamin. I have to swallow properly, no more both, man. This apple is like damn near rotten. It's like mellow as fuck, man. No pun intended. It's mellow as fuck, man. It's like soft as hell. It's like weird. It's like a weird ass apple, man. Some cheap ass apple. Fucking nasty as hell. What the fuck? But people are not flexible with their own self-image. To the point, they think they can only be one way. For the negative, most often than not, man. They was growing up a certain way and they have to be stuck to their shape and form. So they are not necessarily open to change. They think, oh yeah, all my life I've been insecure. All my life I couldn't get no bitches. And now they keep on living in that type of worldview when it comes to their own self. Not worldview, but how they see themselves. Now they live in that specific form to see themselves. You know what I'm saying? And this is where like self-sabotage begins. Because life is change. It's like common sense. Life is change. So you change with life. You know what I'm saying? You change with life. It's a given. And when you do finally evolve out of your lower natures, you start to be like, something is fishy, something is not right. What you mean? I'm not afraid of bitches no more. And now you dive straight back into your old natures of you being afraid of bitches. You know what I'm saying? But this is actually what I was pointing towards. People not being able to embrace new faces. People are not able to embrace newness as a whole. Even if newness is good, even if newness is actually something which is beneficial. They don't give a fuck. People don't give a fuck. Familiarity is like valued over everything, over like goddamn everything. Even if your new circumstance is much better than your old circumstance, you still won't feel comfortable being in that new circumstance, even though you are now way better off, even though now you are not ashamed of you having no hairline no more, even though now you are not ashamed of you being 10,000 pounds or something, which you should, by the way. If you're fat, you should be ashamed of yourself, but that's a whole different story. Stay fit, motherfuckers. Stay motherfucking fit, man. Physical health is extremely important. Physical change is very, I meant to say physical health is very important. Hence, you only see me eating healthy shit online, man. You know what I'm saying? Mellow for the kids, man. I'm a good ass role model. No, I'm just kidding. But anyways, change is life. And that shit is something nobody understands for some strange reason. Because people are just retarded into thinking things should just be in one way. And as I was saying, things might change for the better, but people would still not feel comfortable when things are changing for the better, because there's like a famous saying, which I agree. I hate to say famous shit because that shit makes me sound like a goddamn white girl, but it goes like this, man. People choose a familiar hell over an unfamiliar heaven. And it's fucking true, man. It is. Listen to the white girls. Listen to the white girls on Instagram Reels and on goddamn TikTok and YouTube shows and whatnot. Listen to the spiritual hippy dippy white girls, to the fucking snow bunnies of TikTok and some shit like that, man. They are saying an unfamiliar heaven. I meant to say an unfamiliar heaven feels worse than a familiar hell. Or like something like this, man. Like a comfortable hell is much more pleasant than an uncomfortable heaven. Because people base the whole persona based on what was, on the past. Familiarity is like linked to the past. It is like what was. And you think what was will carry on into new moments or like into a new type of period in your life. And that shit is like self-sabotage 101. This is like how you set yourself up for self-sabotaging moments. Because everybody changes. It is inevitable. Everybody changes. So, chances are, if you're deeply insecure, that shit will change. You won't be insecure forever. Because life is changed and eventually your mind will change. But when it's time, when the time comes of you actually being a changed person, of you having a changed mind, you run back to your familiar forms because you don't like what you see, because you base what's right on what was. And this is like the failure of a lot of humans. They don't have a limitless type of mindset, a limitless type of outcome, or like a limitless philosophy for their own life. They think, nah, it could never be me, it could never be me, nah, I could never be like this, man, I was always like this, so I will always keep on being like this. It is weird. I have to do my investigation where this is coming from, but essentially this select... I do know where this is coming from. I do know where this is coming from. A lack of spirituality, like, in their being. It is like a lack of innate spirituality. Because spirituality is like a fancy-ass word, but it just means to be yourself. To understand yourself. And people don't understand themselves. Hence, they are not spiritual. People don't understand that they have a spirit, or like what even a spirit is. See, it kind of sounds corny, but spirituality is just understanding yourself on a more existential type of level, on a more mechanic type of level. Fucking English is failing me. On a more mechanical type of level, as in, you know how your mind works, principle-wise. You know how your space is working, principle-wise. You know how change is working, principle-wise. And this is what people don't understand. Hence, they come to weird conclusions, such as, I've always been that way. I was always obese as hell. I was always having no bitches. And now they keep on carrying that mindset into the goddamn future. Because they don't know how things can change. Damn. They don't know how things can be beyond your past experiences. And now they come up to weird conclusions, such as, oh, I will never be somebody, yada, 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 you name it. It is like an innate lacking of spiritual understanding. And spiritual understanding is just knowing how yourself is working. It is just knowing how life is, what can be, and how you can navigate your life for the better. When people say spirituality is individuality, it is not to be understood as in, yeah, my name is Demetrius. I am 23 years old. I have no hairline. Nobody fucks with me. I'm a Muslim. My mom and dad were cousins. I'm Demetrius. It is not in a physical type of way. It is more like in an existential type of way. When people say spirituality is individuality, individuality as in how this whole being works beyond your subjective interpretations of who you are or like on who you are, you know what I'm saying? It goes a little further than just you being a certain person and you being in that subjective nature. Individuality is the core of life. How things are, how things can be, how you navigate your life, you name it. It goes deeper than just your ego. You feel me? Shnyala to Mystic Mysterio said, universe in a constant change, newness is change. Yes, sir. Hell is doing something over and over again. Absolutely. Right, stop eating candy, bread. So, man, bread is like, oh my god, bread is like, it is like, I see why people are dying so soon nowadays. I see why. First of all, everybody's eating bread with everything. Like even the World Health Organization is like labeling bread as a vital source of nourishment. I kid ya not, man. It is on their list of healthy things of being nourished by. But do you research on yeast? Do you research on how yeast is being produced, man? Yeast? Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about yeast. First of all, isn't it kind of disgusting that human beings are able to have a yeast infection and like yeast diseases, but you are eating yeast when it comes to like consuming bread? Because yeast is produced by the body, or like overly produced by the body. When you have certain bacterial infections or like certain dysfunctions in your body, then your body is producing yeast. Like if you don't shower, if you're a nasty ass motherfucker, if you lack hygiene, if you're like a stinking ass motherfucker, and you don't shower, you sweating 24/7 without you cleaning your nasty ass body is creating a yeast infection because you have bacteria stuck on your clothes via your sweat, and now you develop certain infections on your skin which are now producing yeast. And this is what you eat. This is what you're consuming. Even in nature, yeast is produced by a certain fungus, by a certain, not mushroom, it's like a fungus, by a certain family of bacteria coming together and dying. Yeast is like dead bacteria. Yeah, perfectly said. Yeast is dead bacteria. And this is what motherfuckers are eating. And ever since I found out that yeast is unhealthy as hell, I've stopped eating bread. For like damn near half a year. And during this span of like me not eating bread, when I was actually eating bread, I felt nasty as hell. I felt like my blood is about to thicken. I felt like my heart is like turning heavy. I feel like my whole body is like sluggish, fatigue, and I'm just not functioning right because yeast is like some disgusting ass shit, man. I ain't gonna lie, man. Yeast is like unhealthy. Bread as a whole is fucking unhealthy, man. That shit is nasty as fuck, man. Like bread is like damn near poisoning your body. Not damn near, it is poisoning your body. But fuck this shit, let's just stick to our topic. Self-sabotage, there we go. I'm retarded. Self-sabotage. As I was saying, not everything stays the same, including your monkey ass. You might be a hopeless case. You might be the most utmost retarded person on planet Earth. You'll still change. You'll still change your mind eventually. So, this is like God giving you grace. Even if you can't do shit right in your life. Even if you're like the most cringe motherfucker known to man. God is giving you grace by allowing change to happen in your life. But you fuck shit up, per usual. Not you per se, speaking in general. Not you, my viewer. Not you, my viewer, per se. I'm just speaking in general. But you fucking shit up. But if it resonates, yeah, I'm talking to you. If it resonates, I'm talking to motherfucking you. That's right, I'm talking to you if it resonates. But you fucking shit up. Even if you change, You tend to run away to your familiar habitat. Oh my fucking god, what you mean I'm no longer insecure? Something ain't right. Oh my god, it is weird. It is extremely weird with human beings. It is extremely weird. Because eventually you change. And when you are participating in that changed shell, in that changed mindset, you start to grasp for what was. But wait a second. I used to be afraid of doing this. And now you create a dead form. And you make it alive again. You're like giving a dead mental form life. And now it becomes your present circumstance once again. And this is like the downfall of many men. Many men. This is like the downfall of many men. Of a lot of men and women. Not talking about males in particular, everyone. Male, female, donkey, government official, trans, human, whatever. This is like the downfall of humans. Having a past memory, which is negative, and making it real once again by giving it a lot of attention and by searching for it. This is like self-sabotage. You are searching for your demise. You are looking for your demise. You want to see that negative shit happening. They call it Stockholm syndrome. When like a victim is emotionally attached in a positive way towards the abuser. That shit is something which happens mentally as well. A lot of people are abused by mental forms. By their own mental forms. A lot of people are severely abused by mental forms. But at the same time, they fall in love with these abusive mental forms. Which is weird! Extremely weird! It is extremely weird. You fall in love with your abusive mental forms. Not you per se, but speaking in general for like the 7,000th time. Don't take personal offense. But if you do take personal offense, it resonates. Whole different story. People fall in love with what is destroying their whole life. Otherwise, an addiction wouldn't be a real thing. Otherwise, self-harming beyond physical self-harm wouldn't be a thing. You fall in love with your negative mind states. You fall deeply in love with what is destroying you. Now you can't function properly because you are searching for your abuser. Mentally speaking. It is, you are set and free now. You are free now. You are free to act however the fuck you want to act. But now you still search for a past mental form which was abusing you in the past. To the point you can't let go of what was because you're still searching for something which is harming you. They call it Stockholm syndrome for whatever reason, but it is like a real thing. Being in love with your abuser, mentally speaking, not maybe mentally speaking, but not we are both, but let's stick to mentally. Not let's stick mentally. And this is like what I was talking about in the very beginning. You are only so deeply in love with what was harming you because you base what's right and what's comfortable based on past experiences. You think the past is like the absolute measurement of your life's future potential, of what can be in the future. And let me tell you something. The past is very limited because life is limitless. And judging and navigating your whole life based on past experiences, especially if you're a young person, it doesn't matter, but especially if you're a young person, your age really is of no relevance for this, but especially if you're young. This is like a very limited way to plan your whole future on. Because who knows how much time you have. Maybe you will actually be alive for 60 more years. For 50 more years. For goddamn 70 more years. That's like a long time. And planning that long time period you might have. Planning that long time period you might have is like very poorly managed if you base what can be on what was. This is why it's so important to be in some sort of spiritual to come to a spiritual understanding beyond you watching YouTube videos and beyond you following certain teachings or like reading certain books. It is very important for everybody's mental health to come to certain spiritual realizations or like to be privy to certain levels of spirituality. Because spirituality is understanding who you are. And who you are is like marked by you having a limitless space within you, which can be shaped to your liking. You can shape your whole space to however you see fit. And that doesn't have to be based on the past. You can form yourself however you want. You want to be like this? You can be. Keyword, you want? You can. It is all about you want. And who said you are like a victim to your past? Who said you are like in shackles toward what was? Towards what you experienced, you know what I'm saying? Who said that's even the case? Who said you have to be a victim to your past? Who said that shit? You! You make yourself a victim to your past. You make yourself a slave to your previous life experiences. But it's all up to you in actuality. Because nobody's inside of you. Nobody's inside of you but yourself. And who you are is driven by what's on the inside. And what's on the inside is you! You are on the inside. Nobody else is on the inside. Hence, you have complete control on how to be. I know this is very surface level type of information, but I think it's good to be reminded of the basics. Because life is only as good as your basics are. In anything. If you try to learn mixed martial arts, you start with the basics. And this goes for life. If you try to be somebody, you start with the basics. Hence, it is of no use to go unnecessarily deep. You know what I'm saying? It is good to stick to what's easily understood for everybody. So you can maximize your usage of watching my video. So you can actually apply things in your life. Because understanding is much more valuable than just hearing something which sounds fancy but nobody understands what I'm actually saying. I don't believe in complexity. I don't believe in complex designs and oh. In my head, if it's not simple, I don't give a fuck. If it's not simple to understand, it's like retarded. Why do you think we all disliked school? Because school was taught in a way which is unnecessarily complex. Let me give you an example. Everybody was going to school, right? Or like damn near everybody was going to school. It is one thing when a teacher explains a subject matter to you. But have you ever had a friend which was able to explain a subject matter? If a friend is teaching a certain subject matter to you, for some strange reason you are like way quicker as far as understanding that subject matter as if the teacher would explain that subject matter. Because your friend is not wired to a man-made curriculum, which is overly complex and overly unnecessarily far-fetched and like detailed. See, details are very unnecessary. Being like so complex and refined and detailed and structured is extremely unnecessary. Life in and of itself is extremely simple. It is extremely simple. You don't even believe how simple life gets. We all know what to do. It is not a question of lacking know-how when it comes to fixing your life or like going for something. Beyond you having certain mental issues. For instance, if you want to be a rapper, you know what to do. You know what to do. You know that you need to practice daily, gain understanding of rhythm, practice your writing skills, practicing you being better at mixing and mastering. You know what to do, and it is no secret on what to do. It is just you don't do it because of certain mental issues you have. It is not a thing of, things are too complex. It is more like an attitude type of thing with people. Nothing is complex in life. Nothing is complex in life. I kid ya not, man. Nothing is complex in life. It is just you don't have the right attitude to execute something for the long run. And this is failure 101. Failure. Every failure is rooted in you not having the right attitude to actually execute what you need to execute in order to get what you want to get. Pretty simple, right? This apple is mellow as hell. What the fuck? Tastes like sand. Nasty as fuck, man. Damn. I can't eat that shit. I can't eat that shit. And I have no water on me, so feels like I was biting in sand, man. Feels like I'm eating the body of like some dead pharaoh or some Tutankhamun ass apple, man. What the fuck? Let me spit that shit out, man. Goddamn! What the fuck? Who set me up, man? Who set me up, man? This apple feels like I'm biting into 10,000 pounds of sand or so. What the fuck? Tutankhamun ass apple, man. Some pharaoh type apple. What the fuck? Ancient Egypt ass apple, man. Oh hell no, what the fuck? Bro, I like that shit. I was actually looking forward to eat my damn apple because I love to eat fruits and whatnot. But anyways, yeah, this is like the nature of self-sabotage. You being rooted to a past version of yourself, and you think that past version is the end all and be all. So when you finally change by the grace of God, you don't accept it. You're like, nah, because back in my day, everybody was making fun of me. Now I feel courage to be myself, but people used to make fun of me, so I guess people will still make fun of me. Nah, it's like this, man. God is giving you grace, but you're like, nah, I want to be retarded. Because this is what's happening. This is in fact what's happening. You think I'm joking, but this is actually what's happening. Life, or like God, whatever fancy word you want to use, is giving you a brand new opportunity to be something new, to be something greater. And you're like, no, I want to be retarded. No, I want to stay obese. It is like you're comfortable. You are comfortable with what was. And that's it. That's it for you. And it's like very dull and very unelegant. It is not elegant whatsoever. You just want something which feels good, and that's just it in your head. And it doesn't go any further than this for humans. They just want to feel good via comfortability. So, keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. People want to stay how they are. They don't want to be slim. And it's not about physical shit. They don't want to be anything better. They are content with being mediocre at best. Mediocre at best. You see? It is weird. This realization hit me a couple days ago. Not necessarily a couple days ago, but I was like reminded of this even more consciously a couple days ago. Let's just say, yeah, let's just make a good example to convey my message, because I feel like an example is a very good way to convey what I want to convey. Let's just say you are studying for your test. And you know how school goes. Several different grades, like A, B, C, D, E, you name it. Several different grades in school. And in your mind, you're like thinking, okay, for this test, it is good enough if I pass the test with a C. But why do you set yourself up with just being content with a C when you can get an A? You get what I'm saying? It is like great things are available, but you settle for something less than what's actually possible. I mean, it is possible for you to achieve an A, but you settle for a C. Why? Because people are not necessarily desiring the best. They are desiring just enough, just above average, just good enough so you're not a complete failure, but you're also not completely good. People like to stay in the middle. At best. A lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people. Great things are available, but you don't give a fuck. You're like content with things which are less. You know what I'm saying? You could obtain an A, but you're fine with settling for a D or some. No homo pause. Huge pause. But you get the point. Life is of no limits. There are no ceilings, but you give yourself a ceiling. And at that ceiling is not in your highest interest. It is like you're shooting for something which is not in your highest interest. Which I don't understand. I don't understand. I know I'm a very passionate and I'm a very driven person initially, and like this is like who I am. But I don't see the rationalization in this. Why would you go for something less when you could go for something which is way greater? And it goes beyond my school example. Let's just take it a step further. Now you're starting your own YouTube channel or whatnot. What? I thought I had to throw up, man. Now you're starting your own YouTube channel. But in your mind, you're like, okay, I guess I don't have to learn how to edit. Okay, I guess I don't have to learn how to make my content more entertaining. Okay, I guess I don't have to improve my quality. It is like you're doing something, but you're not going all the way, which I don't understand. It is, in my mind at least, you do something right or you don't do it at all. And don't mistake this for like me saying you need to be a perfectionist. Be as good as you can be. Do as good as you can be. If you know you can do more, if you know you can do better, do better. It is not about neglecting, failing, or like not being as good as somebody else. Because we all have limits, but this is not the issue. This is not what I was talking about. Damn, tongue twister. This is not what I was referring to. What I am referring to is do your very best, 24/7. Even if you're not as good as somebody else, do your best. If you give 100% and you still might not be very good, it is okay. It is not all about being like an exalted type of master, especially in the beginning. But what is important is that you give everything you have. If you give everything you have and you still produce some ass results, who cares? You gave it your all. You was giving it your all. So if you are giving it your all, yeah, okay. If you're still not necessarily quote unquote good at something, who cares? That's not what you should be worried about. What you should be worried about is giving everything you have, not slacking. It is like this. Imagine you're able to sprint 100 meters in 10 seconds. This is like your high school. But you're like, I don't need to shoot for my highest performance. I can sprint 100 meters in 20 seconds. Why? Why would you do that shit? If you can be good, be good. It is, as I was saying, life is extremely simple. Life is extremely simple, you know what I'm saying? Life is motherfucking simple. And you don't have to make things complex. It is just a question of your attitude. How are you necessarily wired, mentally speaking? Because this is like the end all and be all. How you are wired, mentally speaking, is transferring into every layer and every level of life. Let's just make another example. Imagine you are somebody who was very good in school. You was like very good in school. Always good grades. You was always diligent. You know what I'm saying? All that sweet shit. So when you go to university, best believe you still have the qualities of being a very good individual. So you being very good in school will transfer as you being very good in university. But on the flip side, imagine you're very ass in school. You're like retarded. You're like known for being the most for the most retarded. I can't speak. I'm retarded. Man. You are like known to be the most retarded person in your whole class. And everybody knows you as, he's fucking retarded, look at him, he's fucking retarded. He can't even spell his own name right in the goddamn test. The teacher was like saying he was making mistakes, but he was just writing his name, he's that retarded. Imagine you have like this type of reputation. You're very retarded in school. So if you eventually visit university, you will stay retarded. Because wherever you go, there you are. Until you change. Who you are will transfer into many different aspects of life. And who you are is not a fixed type of thing. Who you are changes. Peep the whole sentiment of this live stream. Who you are changes. But don't self-sabotage yourself into believing who you are cannot change. This is like faulty way of thinking. This is in fact a very ugly way of navigating your life. So let's just say, you are retarded in school. Man, look at him, he's extremely retarded. And you don't want to be retarded no more. You can't change to the point you are no longer seen as retarded. And now you're a changed man, you're a changed woman, you're a changed trans superhuman. You are a changed individual. Okay? And you changing will transfer into different areas as well. Because this is what you can't escape. You can't escape your own self. You can't escape your own self. Wherever you go, there you are. You know what I'm saying? So don't self-sabotage into thinking, yeah, I can just bullshit and go on to the next thing. If you bullshit in this thing and you go on to the next thing, you will bullshit in the next thing as well. I know I'm speaking very abstract and I'm speaking very in like almost vague terminology, but peep the sentiment. Peep what I'm trying to say. You have to work on yourself because wherever you are, I meant to say wherever you go, there you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're a fire individual, you will be a fire individual. If you are nice at drawing, you will be nice at making music. If you're nice at making music, you have the capabilities of being nice, of being a nice kickboxer. You name it, you name it. Who you are transfers. And this is what you need to focus on, who you are. More like what you can do. More like what you can make happen. This is a personal thing. This is a very individual and a very valuable thing to focus on. Because who you are is something you cannot lose. How can you lose who you are? I've lost myself. How can you lose yourself? How does that even work? This is like a white person type of way of thinking. I'm not racist, I'm just making jokes, man, but I know a lot of corny people who happen to be white, who was thinking like this, no racist shit, but they were thinking like this, man. I've lost myself, man, I'm losing myself. How can you lose yourself? How can I lose myself? Can somebody knock on this door and be like, yeah, I'll snatch your soul? No! Nobody can knock on my door, step into my room, and can be like, yeah, today I will hijack your individuality. How does that even work? How is that even working? It doesn't work like that. You cannot lose yourself. Hence, the best investment, or like the best possession you have is your own self. You cannot lose that shit. Beyond this lifetime, actually. Without being too spiritual. Let's just stick to this life. Who you are is who you are. And you will always carry who you are into every single circumstance you're in. This is why things like spirituality are so important. This is why I'm so passionate about spiritual type of things, because it is truly working. It is truly working. When you change yourself to be more efficient as a person, you're straight for everything. It's like a cheat code. Working on yourself without calling it spiritual, fixing your individuality without calling it spiritual is like the most profound thing to do in life. It is like a guarantee to be good at anything. I don't wanna brag and boast, but see me. I'm fire at everything I do. Videos, I'm alright. I'm good. Art, I'm good. I've even picked up music like it's nothing. Without speaking too highly of myself, but peep somebody who's into music for like 3 months, who ain't on a spiritual type of development path. They are 10,000 times more ass than I am right now. I know I'm not great, but I'm way, way better than the average beginning type of musician, you know what I'm saying? Because who I am goes beyond music. I'm fire in this type of feat of life, so me being fire will transfer, you know what I'm saying? And this is possible for you too. That shit is possible for you too. This is even how you develop talent. Being a valuable person. You get it? You develop talent, especially quick talent. Like you starting something and you're picking it up like it's nothing. Like Yassi me, I do this 24/7. I pick shit up immediately and I verify it immediately. Because this is like the cheat code. This is the cheat code. You have to be a valuable individual. You have to be valuable as in you have to take care of yourself in a proper type of way. You have to have proper value about yourself. You need to embody what it means to have value. And what it means to have value is not some physical shit. What it means to have value about yourself means that you label yourself as worthy. As dull and as stupid as it sounds, but value is you labeling yourself as worthy. Hence, you act like a worthy person, you feel like a worthy person, you think like a worthy person, and you do worthy things. You do valuable things because you see yourself in that type of way. So the cheat code for talent in anything is carrying yourself with self-worth. As stupid as it sounds, as unrealistic as it sounds, but it actually is working. It actually works. I've tested it in my life. And I see confirmations that that shit is in fact working. No, nasty as apple. So, if you carry yourself with self-value, that shit will manifest into you being talented. I hate astrology. I despise astrology. Yeah, my secret is out. The cat is out of the bag, man. I hate astrology. I'm a liar. You know I like to lie. And I'm always telling I'm the best liar on planet Earth. But I hate astrology. Who would have thought? I don't like astrology. But if I told you I'm a slick liar. I told you I'm a wolf in the sheep's skin. I told you I know what it means to possess Archangel Michael type of qualities. I know how to lie. I know how to be something which is not necessarily true. I hate astrology. But I look like I love astrology. I look like I know everything about astrology, but I don't like. But talking about astrology, this is like the Taurus or like the second house type of archetype. And I get into why I don't like astrology in a second. But let me finish my point. Talking about value, carrying yourself with value. This is like Taurus or like the second house. And that shit is even the house of gifts and talents. Like proper Taurus energies and proper second house energies are producing talent, gifts, capability for a reason. Because self-esteem is allowing you to be fixated in your earth. It homosexual as pause, huge pause. What the fuck? So I wish I could like cut out certain scenes, but real life. Unfortunately, real life is hell. So let me keep my hands to myself. Pause type 2. Let me keep my hands to myself. So you possessing proper Taurus traits, so you possessing proper value about yourself is allowing you to be stable in yourself. It is allowing you to be fixated in yourself. And now you're able to gain a certain sense of exalted comfortability. Hence, the moon is exalted. And that sign being fixated Earth simply means it is stability in a nutshell. The most stable sign is Taurus. And when you have proper value about yourself, you are very stable and you have an exalted sense of comfortability. And when you're stable and when you are extremely comfortable, you manifest confidence. Because confidence is something which is unshaken. Taurus is an unshakable mountain. It can't be moved. It can't be changed. Hence, Uranus is falling. Because Taurus is an unchangeable, stable, unmoving mountain. You feel me? Fixated Earth, Uranus is falling. You know the drill. 1 + 1 = 2. You know the drill. So, if you have proper sense of value about yourself, this is what's happening to you. You gain an utmost sense of stability. To the point nothing can change you. To the point that you can act however you want to act without you being in a state of emotional discomfort or turbulence. Hence, Mars is also away. Because Taurus is not about feeling turbulence and like violence. It is peace. When you have peace, your mind is at ease. And now you can be comfortable. You get it? That's like the whole synchronicity of Taurus. But I said I don't like astrology for this reason. I've observed people who are into astrology, beyond who I'm subscribed online. I'm not talking about Yalpat in particular. I have observed people who are into astrology. And there's like one common weirdness about them. They are like stuck to who they are, astrologically speaking. They are like, guys, sorry, I'm a Leo. I can't help it but to be attention seeking. This is why I don't like to be too astrological out. Because in a way it is limiting. It is just viewing yourself as a sign and now you don't see yourself beyond you being a Sagittarius or something. You know what I'm saying? It is like a subconscious thing everybody fails to realize. Not everybody, but a lot of people fail to realize. When it comes to astrology, you are like liable to see yourself just in one way and don't go beyond that shit. Because even in astrology, they are saying you are every sign, but you still focus on your sun, moon, ascendant, and your whole planet. Planetary alignment. And this shit is dangerous about astrology. I don't like that shit. People just, I'm a Cancer. I can't help it but to be an over-emotionally bitch. Guys, sorry, I'm a Capricorn. It is not my fault, I'm lame as hell. Sorry guys, I'm an Aquarius. It is not my fault, I'm a hating ass motherfucker. Sorry guys, I'm an Aries. I have no choice but to be an opposing dickhead. You see? This is why I don't like astrology. Because people label themselves as one sign and they don't go beyond being that sign. It is like weird. It is like a cool way to limit yourself. Yeah, astrology is like a cool way to limit yourself for a lot of people. And mind you, I'm just talking about people who misuse astrology. And everybody, damn near everybody, is misusing astrology. Like, if I'm not subscribed to you, you're misusing astrology. I'm just kidding, but in all actuality, damn near everybody is misusing astrology. Hence, I don't like to talk about it, because people are retarded. And people like to limit themselves into one type of behavior. Guys, sorry, I'm a Taurus, I can't help it but to be a slow-ass motherfucker. You see? Weird! Extremely weird. I'm so different, so. Hence, you don't see me talk about astrology as a whole. I've made only very few videos about astrology purely. As a matter of fact, I've only made 12 videos about astrology exclusively. And these were like me talking about every sign. I don't like to make my streams exclusively about astrology because A, I think it's limiting. B, I think it's boring because it's mechanical. It's like, and don't label this as an absolute opinion. This is just my bias. I'm just talking about my ass and talking out of my ass. You know what I'm saying? Don't take this as like granted. Don't take this as yeah, it has to be that way. You know what I'm saying? I have to say, man, I'm just talking about my ass, but let me stop that shit. Let me stop that shit. But yeah, my guys, my what? No, oh my damn, my phone was about to drop, man. Embarrassing as hell, man. Embarrassing as hell. I'm the Leo. I'm the Leo. I tend to be embarrassed quickly. Oh, how did you know I'm a Leo? Gayest motherfuckers, man. It's like twins teach astrology. Not everybody, but a lot of twins teach astrology. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. As I was saying, guys, I know how to lie. I know how to be a wolf in the goddamn sheepskin, man. I know how to do that shit, that Archangel Michael shit. I was born on Ian European soul. I know how to be a Michael. I know how to be a lying ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But that's all different story. Stick him out to the title. Stick him out to the title. Of self-sabotage. So when you eventually change, don't be like, yeah, fuck it, well, where are my negative ass feelings? Yeah, fuck it, where are my negative ass habits? Man, leave that shit behind. It is good to forget shit. Because forgetting is a fresh new start. Forgetting is like you being free from memory. Memory is not always good because nostalgia and what was is deceiving. It is like the past is not that great, but people glorify it being that great because they are no longer in that circumstance. They are distant towards it. And everything looks nice from a distance. Including the past. Including memories. Memories do look nice from a distance. So don't go like this, man. Damn, I miss 2019. Back in 2019, shit was so beautiful. Back in 2019, I used to be at my mama's house and I could jerk off 24/7 and that was just it. No worries, no work, no responsibilities. Damn, I miss 2019. Damn, I miss jerking off 24/7. Don't be like this, man, because little do you know, 2019 was also your worst year. Little do you know, in 2019 you was obese as hell, but you disregard what was bad just because you're stuck in nostalgia. Nostalgia is a trap, and nostalgia is lying. For me, memories and nostalgia is like looking through a milk glass. It is like very fluky, and it gets very inaccurate, seeing life through the lens of nostalgia. Nostalgia is like deceiving. A lot of times nostalgia is only predicated on mesmerizing good moments. But doing that, you neglect everything which was bad. Doing that, you neglect everything which wasn't so nice. And let me tell you something. Especially if you're no longer in that type of circumstance. Especially if it's a person. When you are no longer associated with that thing in the past. There is a reason for that. There is a big reason for that. Don't forget the reason why behind things are even separating in the first place. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back. I need to take a piss. As a matter of fact, let me mute my microphone because I don't want y'all to hear me pissing. That's for a different type of platform. You know what I'm saying? Goddamn. As I was saying, things always happen for a reason. And keep that shit in mind. There is a good reason on why you separated from something in the first place. So don't be blinded by nostalgia. Don't be blinded by nostalgia. Do not be blinded. Why? Every time I'm making a live stream, I can't see my chat. So I have to like pull on a different device. So, shout out Yaman. Shout out to Cameron. You said so. You're saying talent is carrying with self-value. Self-value manifests you having talent because self-value It's allowing you to act way more better. It is allowing you to be way more efficient. Self-value is a cheat code. Imagine like you are making music and you carry yourself with value. By default, you're acting out 10,000 times better qualities than somebody who's uncertain about being a musician. It is like an alchemy or like a principle you have to utilize in life. Everything you do, even if you've never done this shit, you have to carry yourself with self-value. Because self-value is manifesting confidence. And somebody who's confident, somebody who's confident is 10,000 times better at something compared to somebody who's either indifferent or not confident about whatever they're doing. This is like what I was talking about, you feel me? So value is manifesting into talent by default. It is like normal. It is bound to happen. If you have self-value, by default you will act 10,000 times better than somebody who doesn't have self-value, you know what I'm saying? And even from an astro POV, there is a reason why Taurus is the sign of value and gifts and talents at the same time. Because as I was saying, there is like a correlation. Value is manifesting you being talented. Because somebody who's talented, we say, oh, he's talented. Oh, she's so talented. She can suck dick so amazingly. Oh my god, she's so talented. She can slap 10,000 dudes at the same time. Because we are pointing towards a good quality. You might be known to give the best head. Why? I meant to say you might have a talent to give the best head. You might have a talent to give the best blowjobs. Why? Because you carry yourself with confidence that you can actually suck everybody up. No more boss, talking about the female perspective, you know what I'm saying? But the initial quality is value manifests into talents, because value is allowing you to be stable, confident, and comfortable in whatever you're doing, you feel me? And shout out to famous Marlo, shout, man, shout. You know what I'm saying? Shout your lot. What I was having? What? Did I have a point? I can't speak today, I'm fucking retarded. Did I have a point before? Fuck that shit. I'll make up a new point. I'll make up a fucking new point. See, you don't need to be afraid of losing something. Even if you have... Check this out. Let's just make an example today. Check this out. Imagine you're sad about you not having a girlfriend no more. You shouldn't be even sad about this shit. Because even if you don't have a bitch no more, at some point of time you was able to manifest a bitch. And this is what's important to focus on. You was able to manifest something in your life, even if you don't have it no more. I mean, let's just say you was a former UFC champion. You used to be the lightweight champion. And now somebody knocked your ass out. Don't be like, damn, I'm so sad. Be happy, because you are able to be the lightweight champion. It is all about mesmerizing and like keeping the memory close of you being able to do shit. As in generally speaking, be happy that you can manifest yourself into a scenario in which you can be the lightweight champion of the goddamn UFC division. See, it is important to focus on the quality rather than what you have right now. Even if you don't have something right now, at some point you was able to have something, and focus on that and keep reminding yourself of this. At some point of time I was able to manifest this into my space, and keep on reminding yourself of this quality of yours, because this is developing into confidence furthermore. This is developing your mind into believing in itself furthermore. Listing your achievements, being reminded of your achievements, even if you don't have shit no more. It doesn't matter. What is important is that you are able to obtain shit. This is what matters. This is what motherfucking matters. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to famous Marlo. You said I was thinking the same thing about Earth element. Its value that you can physically see in reality. Yeah. Very good point actually. That's a very good point actually, because value is manifesting like you having value about yourself. It's manifesting physical results. Because as famous Marlo was saying, absolutely correctly, absolute correctness. When you have value about yourself, you're able to manifest. You're able to make something happen. Let's just take the UFC example. Furthermore, as the example. I'm fucking retarded, man. Why do I talk so retardedly today? Anyways, value manifests into physical results because when you value yourself, you are like, yeah, I can make this happen. To the point you can actually make shit happen. And when you do make shit happen, it is a thing in reality. But that shit wouldn't be physically in reality if you weren't valuing yourself. So it's all about that, man. If you want to make things physical, if you want to obtain physical things, value is something you can't be without. Value is something you can't neglect. You know what I'm saying? So keep that shit in mind. Keep that shit in mind. Yeah, know what I'm saying? How late is it? Okay, we go for 5 more minutes. We go for 5 more minutes. We go for 5 more. Why is everybody texting me once again? Please don't bother me right now. God damn. Man, I have no water in here. My throat feels like sore as hell, no more pause. My mouth is dry as hell, man. I feel like I've swallowed 10,000 ounces of sand or something. What the fuck? I'm feeling for some... Do I have some water here? Fuck that shit. I don't have any water, man. I don't have any water. Your boy is dry as hell, man. Your boy is drier than a motherfucker, man. Not mentally speaking. Not mentally speaking, my guys and my girls and my whatnot. Not mentally speaking. But speaking of speaking, this Saturday, the famous open panel will return. Yeah! So if you want to talk with me, wait until Saturday. Saturday, we will have an open panel. Actually, I don't like open panels because StreamYard is like fucking phony. I sound like I'm on the Obama phone on StreamYard, but we will have the open panel. I need to figure out how to go live on YouTube with somebody else. I don't know how that shit works, but I need to figure that shit out. Because StreamYard makes me sound like I'm on an Obama phone or something. On StreamYard, your quality is horrendous. Extremely horrendous, but we will go through it. We will go through it, man. Fuck that shit. Your boy might have to pull out a goddamn StreamYard session. Fuck that shit. Saturday night. Like night for my POV. Saturday night, we will have an open piano. Wait, why is my live... Is my live stream cut off? Wait, why is my live... No, we're straight. We're straight. So yeah, if you want to talk about something, come join me on Saturday. Now we can talk face to face, screen to screen, phone to phone. You know what I'm saying? But that shall be it about self-sabotage and value. We go for 2.5 more minutes because I like to hit the 1 hour mark. Get my goddamn views up. But something I'd like... Yo! No, hold on a sec. My subscribe... Oh, this can't be. This can't be. No, as a matter of fact, I'm tripping. No, I'm tripping. I'm just tripping. I thought... Now we good. We actually straight. We are straighter than a staff. We are straighter than... Why is it saying my live stream is already over? It said my live stream is already over and uploaded on my channel. The fuck? But one thing I like to say is, when it comes to people in your life, you need to be very careful who you surround yourself with. Because I've seen this over and over and over again. You only need to surround yourself with people who match your energy, who match what you're doing. Keyword, what you're doing. It's about having practical friends. Having somebody who's doing what you're doing. Because otherwise you just put somebody on without them being able to do anything. It goes like this, man. Imagine you are somebody like me, you make YouTube and whatnot. You make YouTube, music and whatnot. And you have friends who are just talking. Yeah, I wanna do that shit too. Yeah, my dream is I wanna do some shit like that too. I want to have a YouTube channel too. Yeah. All they're waiting for is you giving the green light to put them on your platform. But that's like leechy energy. It's like leechy energy. If you have something and somebody's lingering around you and they are not productive themselves, best believe they wait for the opportunity for you to invite them on your platform. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails. It never really fails. It never fails. It never fails. It never fails, ladies and gentlemen. It never fails. It's like something like this. You make music, All of a sudden, somebody in your friend group is like, yeah, shall we make music together? While they don't make any music, they just like to abuse your platform. You make videos, and now you encounter your friend who doesn't make any videos. Yeah, shall we make this together? But they themselves make no videos. You are drawing, now you have a friend popping up. Yeah, should we draw together? But they don't draw at all. And it's like people are waiting for the opportunity to leech on your ass, to suck on your dick, and swallow your cum. You know what I'm saying? It's like weird. People like to suck your dick, man. They like to suck you dry to the point now they have your platform without putting in any effort. Because building up a platform, it takes time and effort. You know what I'm saying? It takes time and effort. So, somebody who's lazy just leeches on your ass to the point they wait for you to open up, to give them an opportunity to come on your platform and have easy access to fame, fortune, bitches and riches and whatnot. So be careful who you include. You know what I'm saying? I'd be a fool. I would be a fool to have somebody on my platform who does 0 videos while I have 182 videos up online. Motherfucker, do I look like I'm the Pope? Do I look like I'm Pope Francis? Yeah, child, have my platform. Yeah, child, hop on my YouTube channel. No, I'm not charitable like that. I'm not UNICEF minded. I'm not charitable like that. If you want to hang with me, if you want to be on my platform, you need to do something yourself. I don't include anybody. Just anybody. I don't include just anybody. Just some lazy ass bum who's like, yeah, I thought we cool. Can I hop on your platform? Because I've experienced this over and over and over again in real life. People who are too insecure to start their own channels, wanting to be on mine now. People who are lazy as hell, who do no music, they see me do music. Yeah, shall we do a feature? A feature, not future. Yeah, shall we do a feature? They don't do no videos. They see me making videos. Yeah, can I make a video with you? I'm sorry, what? No, you can't. No, you can't. At least not for free. At least not for free, man. At least not for free. But don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. When I have an open panel, everybody's welcome. I'm just talking about serious collabs as far as business. This is like for other content creators. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm not nice like that with my platform. I know I'm a cool person. I know I'm like cool. I'm not a hater and I'm not here to fight for no reason. But if you want to work with me, treat me like a business. Don't treat me like your friend, you feel me? Because this is like disrespectful for me. I've put in work not to be disrespected by somebody who has 0 work and just quick access to my platform. Because when I was starting, I had no access to nobody. So what makes you think if you are starting, you have immediate access to me? Know your place. Respectfully, know your place. Know your motherfucking place. And this is not for anybody online. Not for anybody online. This is something I've experienced in real life over and over and over again. And I'm not even famous like that. I'm not famous like that. But people still are geeked of little numbers, such as having 105 subscribers. You feel me? But that's just it. It's just something I like to address for people who watch me, who are in my real life. You feel me? I've experienced this over and over again in real life. You're having something, and now everybody wanna be a part to. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. But when you was down, nobody was there with you to build your channel up type shit in real life. Fuck that shit. But anyways, I will be back on your asses on Saturday. It's like the middle of the week. I don't have too much time to make any videos. I'm still on my grind every day. I still make music every day. I still make drawings every day. And I still post every day on TikTok. Check me out on TikTok. At Blazing Mellow. I'm still doing shit every day, but as far as like making videos, my schedule is kinda tight. So I'll be back on Saturday with a goddamn open piano. I might be back tomorrow or like the next days, but I'll be back on Saturday for sure. Like the latest date I will be back is on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But I might be back sooner, who knows? It's the middle of the week. It's a busy ass week for me. Yeah, boy has responsibilities. I'm actually not that inconsistent either. My last video was like 3 days ago. But 3 days ago feels like an eternity for me. As I was saying, I'm still active every day, everywhere. Follow me on Instagram. And now Instagram's like bullshit. Follow me on TikTok. I'm productive on TikTok. I'm posting every day on TikTok. I'll leave it in the goddamn chat. This is like my TikTok. Blazing. For everybody who's interested, that's like my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? I post every damn day on my damn TikTok. With that being said, your boy will head out. I will take a shower now. Something y'all should do too. Take care of your fucking hygiene. Before you dive into spiritual concepts, dive under a shower first. How about that, man? How about that, man? How about that, man? Before you dive into spirituality, how about you dive under a shower first? Ever thought about that? Ever had that in mind? Ever took that into consideration? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. With that being said, your boy will head out. I'll see you guys soon enough. And yeah, y'all stay solid, no homo boss. Y'all stay hard, no homo boss. Take care, y'all. Peace out, y'all. I don't know how to end videos, so I just say anything. It's like awkward every time I'm ending my live streams. But y'all can go now. Y'all can go now. Peace out, y'all.